Welcome back to Big Mouth. Fancy seeing you here, and it's great to see every single one of you. Yes, I could do a better job than Chris Chibnal of running Doctor Who. But saying that, the manager of the local kebab shop could do a better job than Chris Chibnal, couldn't he? So what would I do with Doctor Who? Well, I'm sorry, Yaz and Ryan. I'd have to send you back to McDonald's because there's no point in you. I don't see a reason to have so many companions in the TARDIS. I know we've done it all before and it was great, but that's because those showrunners knew how to utilise these characters. To be honest with you, if I was running Doctor Who, and I mean, over here in Cyprus, I work on television. I'm an actor, I'm a writer, so I have an idea how to do these things. It doesn't mean I'm qualified to run one of the biggest shows in world television, but this is what I would do anyway. So close your eyes and imagine we've never seen the snore fest that we've seen so far. You give me Bradley Walsh and Jodie Whittaker, I can make a fantastic Doctor Who. And can I just say, for all those people who are not happy with season 11, I'm not happy with season 11, but can you stop saying that Jodie Whittaker can't act? Jodie Whittaker is a brilliant actor. She's shown us that before. Now, she hasn't led her own show before. That's true. And that's a big responsibility. But if you don't give someone the opportunity in any industry to have a go at something, you're never going to know. I don't think the problem is she can't lead a TV show. I don't think the problem is that she's not a good actor. I think she's a really good actor. And she's proved it time and time again. She just hasn't been given enough creatively to work with. Because her doctors, I've been through it all before. Let me tell you what I would do. Right, let's start. So the first scene of my opening episode would be Jodie's doctor. She's a doctor in an NHS hospital. She's there for a reason. And that's how she meets Graham. Graham has not recovered from cancer. He's actually still suffering with cancer. But he's slowly, he's had an operation. He's kind of got cancer, but it's kind of a thing that's going to be with him. But he can get on with his everyday life. He's got a few months to live, basically. Yeah, Graham is dying, right? I'm not getting all this straight in my head. As I'm saying it to you, I'm coming up with ideas, so bear with me. Yeah. So Graham has got cancer. He's terminally ill. He's dying, and then he meets the doctor, who he thinks is just a normal NHS doctor. So the doctor is in this hospital for a reason. She's kind of doesn't see where her life is anymore because since the regeneration's gone wrong and her mind isn't working great. And this is not just a day after she was regenerated. This is a month after she regenerated. So things are not going well. And she's finding it hard to adapting to being a woman. She's never been a woman before. Yeah, forget all that crap that the doctor's been a woman before. No. If you're going to have a character who's never been female before, be female, there's problems with that. So there'll be a few gags about her having to go to the loo and forgetting that she had to sit down and things like that. The doctor has to adapt to this, right? So that's one of the things we would see here. The doctor adapting. The doctor did not choose to become a woman in my mind, right? So the doctor's confused. The doctor's like a lot of the audience, kind of hard to accept the fact that the doctor's now a woman. So this is what the doctor herself is having to go through. And she's slowly going to come to terms with being a woman and finding that it doesn't matter what gender she is, she's still the same person. And I think that will be a great message. So she gets talking to Graham, and Graham's literally got all the same history, but he never met Grace. Was it Grace? The woman he was married to in the first episode, right? So he never met her. There's no wife. There's no kids. It's just Graham's a bit of a mystery. We don't know much about him. He's still basically Bradley Walsh, right? That's why we like Graham, because he's Bradley Walsh. He's got Bradder's charm and all that. So basically they get talking. And as I say, the doctor's really confused. And I think she's looking for something or looking for someone. No one in particular. I think she's just trying to find her place. again. So she gets talking. Basically, she's talking to patients. She's like interviewing people that she thinks could travel with her. So she's looking for a perfect person, the perfect travelling companion. And so when she first meets Graham, she's not particularly that impressed with him, but she does empathise with the fact that he's got a few months to live. So what happens within this hospital? There is an invasion. Let's just say, I don't know who it would be. Let's just say Daleks. I don't know what happened to the Daleks last time we saw them. Sod that, forget that. A bunch of Daleks just crash in this hospital, and the Doctor has got to face the Daleks. So the one thing we kick out from the Moffat era, that the Daleks have forgotten the Doctor. Somehow, some ridiculous way, the Daleks remember the Doctor. But obviously, the Doctor's now a woman. So basically, right, when she faces one of them and she goes, "I'm the Doctor." "You are not the Doctor. The Doctor is a male." "Check your scanners," she goes. Then they realise that the Doctor's a woman. So basically, there's a standoff. There's a contrived situation. To cut a long story short, after this first adventure, she realises that Graham could be the one to travel with her. So Graham's really shell-shocked, seeing the Doctor in action, seeing what she can do, and he quickly finds out that the Doctor's an alien. Obviously, he does find out who she is, her history, and they have a long chat. They're in a corridor, they're sitting down, they have a long chat, and she literally tells him everything. She tells him literally that she's immortal, that she can regenerate, what's happened to her, where she's been. And basically, because he's seen everything with the Daleks, he believes her. So this is what he says to her. "Doc, I haven't got long. I've got no one. No reason to be here. Take me with you. Please. I don't want to be here. I don't want to die here. I want to travel with you." The Doctor says, "But you don't even know me. Just like that, you want to go with me. You're not well, Graham." "Please, Doc. You've told me everything about you. And there's some things about me maybe you wouldn't like. But I'm dying. And travelling around in time and space would be amazing. See, when I was younger, I tried to get involved with an astronomy program. I wanted to be an astronaut. Whatever it's called to be an astronaut, basically, right? So he's had this dream to go up into space. And we see a flashback of him as a young boy staring at the window, looking up to the stars. So we're really going to make a different type of character of Graham. So they travel together, but Graham's got this ticking clock that he's dying. So through the travels, and Graham starts getting revitalised in his heart, in his personality. He's starting to believe that maybe he can find a cure out in space, and we quickly find out that Graham's actually used the Doctor in a way, and we kind of see this love-hate thing between them, which I think would be very interesting. Now, you're saying to me, Mick, an older guy, the Doctor, would that really work? Because we've always been used to the Doctor with a kind of younger character, but you've got to mix things up. Listen, as I said, you've got Bradley Walsh, you've got Jodie Whittaker, two recognisable figures in our industry, right? Why can't it work? Now, I suppose you were expecting me to go in and say, when I take over, I bring a man in. No, because my issue isn't that. Yeah, I was taken back when it was finally confirmed we had a female Doctor. We all know why it's been done, and it's nothing to do with furthering Doctor Who as a character. But I still think, I want to prove a point, basically, that if you do this right, it can work. The gender doesn't matter. You can still revitalise this show. So what kind of Doctor will I make Jodie Whittaker? Well, it's kind of difficult. I've really been banging my head against the wall. What you do with her? Well, she's got to be new, but the Doctor has always got to be new, but kind of the same person, but kind of not the same person. This is kind of the irony around the Doctor after he or she regenerates, basically. So I want this Doctor to be very confused about, because I want you to remember that the last time we met the Doctor, when the Doctor was Capaldi, he was refusing to regenerate. That has to be there. So this Doctor will mention that she kind of wanted to kill herself, that she didn't want to go on anymore. She's lived for so long. She's lost so many people. And living wasn't attractive to her until she meets Graham again. And Graham revitalizes her. And seeing, even though he's dying, what a love for life he's got. So that kind of thing. So this Doctor will be very confused at first, not sure what her place is in the universe. And slowly, through Graham, she learns to kind of appreciate life. So they go through these travels, and that's basically the essence of what I would do. Why do I think this is better than what we're getting? Look, Ryan and Yaz just don't work as characters. And to be honest with you, I can't be bothered to develop them. I don't see the point in a modern era Doctor Who season having too many cooks spoil the broth. And in terms of Doctor Who, you don't need all those people. And if you're not going to make them characters, which Chibnal hasn't made them characters, they're literally just there. And you can even see it within the script sometimes that Yaz will say something just because they need her to say something. So we can say, oh, she's taken part. And then obviously Ryan will say something. But there's no fleshing out of who they are or what motivates them in life. So that's the problem for me. So with Graham, with the Doctor, you've got this two-prong partnership. I think it could work. You've got the female Doctor and you've got the older dude. Because when I heard Bradley was cast, I thought, well, maybe he's going to be a kind of mentor figure. I even thought, well, maybe he could be an elder guy, a Time Lord or something, an elder, someone to try just kind of advise her and give her, wise words and stuff like that. But they kind of went with something a lot more mundane and something uninteresting, because Bradley Walsh is a really good actor, as we've seen in the cop show he was in, Law and Order, should I say. So that's what I would do with Doctor Who starring Bradley Walsh and Jodie Whittaker. I think it'd be exciting. I think it could work. What do you think? I want to know, could you do better than Chibnal? And jot down in the comment below what you would do with Doctor Who. And I'm going to read every single comment because I'm interested to see what you would do. It's all very well us criticising Chibnal, but we've got to put our creative minds where our mouths are and see if we can do better. I think we can. Like the video, share the video, subscribe, share the channel, and let's get some people talking.